Embattled ex-NFL wideout Antonio Brown stumped and tried to hug Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump.
Shout out to the MAGA coin.
Brown, who allegedly groped various women, essayed them, punched a delivery driver, had a fake vax card per a former chef, taunted the mother of his children with gummy penises, fails to pay child support, and much more, gave what can only be called a questionable speech that left us with more questions than answers.
I love you guys. I make all you guys the crackers of the days today, but I want to make this clear. We are not. They are. And by the way, Tampon Tim Walsh, he isn't a real football coach. He could never guard me.
And there were plenty of incoherent gems such as this. On the latter, I hope so, Antonio. He's 60 years old. And yes, he did coach high school football to state championships. It's the same Antonio Brown endorsing Trump, who also got handsy with a woman in a pool, and after she nervously swam away from him, he raised his private parts out of the pool to her. He would do something similar. When it comes to his sexual proclivities, he'd post a fake nude photo of his former teammate's wife, the person Gisele Bündchen, a model, the teammate Tom Brady, the GOAT. He would go on to troll Brady with this photo after the Super Bowl as well. He would later get booted off of Snapchat for showing the mother of his children, Chelsea Kyrus, performing a sexual act on him. He claims that he was hacked.
Antonio Brown is accused of sexually assaulting his former fitness trainer. The allegations breaking just days after the 31-year-old ignited a firestorm by demanding his release from the Oakland Raiders and then signing with the New England Patriots for $15 million just days later. Brown's accuser identifying herself as 28-year-old Brittany Taylor, a former LSU gymnast who began working with Brown in 2017. According to the lawsuit, she says he exploited and sexually assaulted her after she claims he used manipulation and false promises to lure her into his world.
Can't forget about this either.
Tonight, Tampa police say they're trying to arrest former NFL player Antonio Brown, making multiple attempts outside this home to execute an arrest warrant for battery domestic violence.
Or this.
Chester, you look like a fish. A fish out of water. Look, Dad, look at her. Come on, fishbowl. Fishbowl. Fish. You want a bag of dicks? You and that broke out of here. Get the out of here. Get that lousy out of here. Broke ass whore.
Or this. Remember when he had a painter come over to his house, and while she was in a kneeling position while working on the piece, he came out holding a small hand towel, over his private parts, which could only be interpreted in one way, let's be honest.
So he got to take the man route and take responsibility.
And in that time, his inner circle, through text messages obtained and posted by Sports Illustrated, appeared to threaten her, including posting pictures of the painter with her children. SI printed Brown wanted sex from the painter, but she would deny him, resulting in the fallout. Thus, she received what can only be labeled as intimidating text messages. Never forget when he posted this off-putting meme mocking mental disabilities, and he's not alone. Le'Veon Bell, former Steelers running back, a teammate of Brown's, would call Kamala Harris a tramp on social media, endorsing Donald Trump for the presidency. Now, Bell has been out of the league since the year 2021, and you know what? He may need the funds because he has gone from football player, turn rapper, turn boxer, turn OnlyFans creator. The former running back, and this is true, will tat Bible verses on his body while having, per the New York Post, 7 children with 6 different women. Instagram model Golden Blondie took to the platform to blast the ex-running back, calling him a deadbeat who ghosted her when his child was born. She would call him a coward and the worst human being on the planet. As Midas Touch contributor Coach D wrote, between Donald Trump, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown, there are over 35 felonies, multiple essays, and multiple illegitimate kids, but they have the nerve to call Kamala Harris a tramp. F those guys. Well put. Meanwhile,
Madam President, this is Joe Green wishing you a happy birthday. You got my vote, for sure.
NFL Hall of Famer Mean Joe Green made his stance known, as did fellow Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis.
Hey everyone, it's Jerome Bettis here. I spent 13 seasons in the NFL and almost a decade with the Steelers. We brought a Super Bowl home to Pittsburgh. I know this city and I love this city. We work hard to make things happen. No hot air, no bull. This is what defines the Steel City. And it's the opposite of what Donald Trump stands for. Donald Trump has made promise after promise to the city of Pittsburgh. And time after time, he's failed to deliver. And I don't know if you've seen him lately, rambling, confused, falling asleep. He's washed up. And it's time for Trump to hang it up. And it's time for us to elect a leader who's going to fight for us, someone who's going to roll up their sleeves and get the job done, not just complain about it at a half-empty venue. There's only one person in this race who fits that bill, Vice President Kamala Harris. And to Donald Trump, take it from me, retirement, it ain't all that bad.
Oh yeah, and then this happened.
You got to see this. Donald Trump just posted a fake AI-generated picture of himself in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. Former Pittsburgh Steelers Jerome Bettis had a lot to say about that. He wrote this: Donald, trust me, retirement is so much better. Pittsburgh is Steelers Nation and Kamala country. Tonight, we beat the Jets. On November 5, we beat Trump. Sometimes an old, washed-up player needs to realize it's time to hang it up. Pittsburgh, let's retire Donald Trump. Vote Kamala Harris. Ouch, Donald.
The late Franco Harris, Steeler great, Penn State great. Yeah, his family also came out against Donald Trump and Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown and endorsed Kamala Harris for the presidency. Ryan Clark, a former teammate of Brown's, would say this on ESPN.
Antonio Brown has quit on teams. Antonio Brown has quit on players, quit on people. Antonio Brown has never quit on himself. And yesterday, he quit on himself.
He would also tweet, former Pittsburgh Steelers are split on the presidential election. One side has Mean Joe Green, Jerome Bettis, and the family of Franco Harris supporting her. And the other has Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Different. Different class of folks, for sure.
We used to be able to say that no matter what, he won't quit on himself or a football team on game day, and we can no longer say that. Antonio Brown is now holistically inconsistent as a human.
The choice is obvious. Make it. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.